Satnam, Ananda here. I am excited about our next full moon ceremony. We are looking at full moon in Leo. This is going to be February 4th. It starts at 7:15 Saturday evening. You can get here at 7. We are doing a few things different moving forward. One thing is with the payments. So online we do have the different donation levels there. It is at 33 and moving up from there. If you are not able to do the 33, you can personally reach out, call Taspen's, or many of you will have my information. We do have a 22 donation as well. So we're just trying to make things a little bit easier, including so that when we're done at the end of the evening, we can also close up here a little bit earlier and get home as well, because we will have a full day. And we've had quite a few times where it's not intentional or anything like that, but payments haven't been taken. And then our accountant is asking us about certain things, and it just gets a little messy. So we're just trying to streamline that with payment. And if the 22 is difficult too, please, we love our community. We love having you here. We will figure something out. So I do not want that to be an issue of why you can't be here and part of this. The second part of being part of this, we are doing more and more of moving into some of these deeper practices. Like the last one, we did this exercise that I learned from my Reiki teacher, where you're expanding your field and closing it up. It is such a big process that you can actually be making contact with the stars. I mentioned about her doing it for UFOs, and the first time I did this out in nature instead, I kind of got government plane visiting me, flying overhead. It was fascinating, and the whole thing, I was like, oh my gosh, this is wild. But the things I'm sharing, I'm trying to do it in as sacred of a space as possible and as safe of a place as possible. So with that, there is a request of 24-hour sobriety before coming in. This is no alcohol, mental intoxicants. If you are on medications and things like that, understandable, that's fine. Again, it's the intoxicated, altered mind space that you can get into that we are trying to get as a collaborative, because when we're working all together, it's more than Biley and myself creating the space to move these different practices through, but we are actually building it up as a family and creating that much more of intensity. So if we have people in different mental states and dimensions, it just can dilute it. It also is bringing other energetics and energies in that we may not want. Speaking of energies, we will do a clearing, so a smudging before coming in. If there is something that you have a sensitivity to sage, please let us know too, and we can find out other ways. I'm thinking of it doing it outside of the space, so that won't be so intense within. We will have our clearing before then, already holding the sacred space within. So with that said, with the full moon in Leo, this one is about shining out your unique experience and self into the world. Also that so they talk a lot about the confidence, the pride. If you think about lions, they have that of the pride of the group. So it's beyond that of the self. I am in this entitled, I don't want to say arrogance, but the ego where it can come into this, the world would not survive without me. But there is this pride in a collaboration that when everyone shines their light and their unique force as a collaborative whole in what we're doing into this world, including with these full moon ceremonies to support these organizations like this month of the Mountain Resource Center, we are creating this fusion, this ripple effect that will go out many stages and through. So in this time, think about something that can be very unique that you want to do, or something that you're already honing in. For myself, I just started a couple weeks ago taking contortionist classes. It's kind of like if you see my interview when I took the weekend writing workshop and then end up writing the children's book, I just come into the space of why not? Let's see what I can do. So I don't know exactly what will come of that. I don't foresee me doing a future class for everyone on that, just to let you know, but just for my own fun development. And I've done singing lessons a long time ago because I was petrified over having to sing happy birthday. I still don't have a voice, but it got me into a place of being comfortable enough when I have to, including in Kundalini classes, singing the Long Time Sun, that the repetition is something that eventually being able to hold space. So the last caveat I'm giving you is something I'd like to challenge you with, is finding that thing that you'd like to do. This is something that I learned from one of my mentors, that he was this amazing gentleman that when I was taking the Tai Chi and stuff, he was actually Dawn Yoga practitioner. And he told me one day that he took me to the side space that he had, and he had this keyboard there. And he said, I am not a musician, but I can learn to play one song like an expert. So if I just play 10 minutes every day, eventually I am going to play this, that I could play it in a concert and wow people. So when he said that, that was that spark where I thought the same thing with singing, that it's like I may never be a singer, but if I practice that one song over and over, that eventually I can come into a space of feeling comfortable and being able to bring it out. Now maybe it'll be the splits, who knows? So if there is that thing that is that painting that you want to do, I get so excited about hearing different people's things and being wowed by them, because it's like, wow, I wouldn't read that off of you. And that is that unique space that you get to hold. So as we hold this for this next full moon, I hope you join us. Do sign up as soon as possible, because we are going to get the flyers out to spaces now that we are doing this with the local nonprofits to try to bring more emphasis on these places that exist out there. So we should be able to do more in our reaching out and sending things out of what we're doing here. And again, we really want to start having each of us to know that when we are in those low states and we need to find that help, that we have these whole spaces here, from IMHS, the shelter, the Mountain Resource Center. We're looking at quite a few different ones, but I'm not going to mention any of them until we have them in the books. So keep joining us, and hope to see you Saturday, February 4th. Sat Nam.